Welcome back, guys. Guess what I've been doing? Yep, lawn mowing again. Thought I'd take a break from the species spotlight. They've gone down quite well. I think the Chilean blue certainly seemed something that was fascinating to a lot of people, a lot of you guys. Still not widely flown, so that video sort of did quite well. Thanks for paying attention, or that's not right, is it? Paying attention. Thanks for watching, helping the channel along, really. Without you guys watching it, there's no point me making it. The vlog channel, Dave Sharp Nature Boy, there is, because that's sort of my life. I quite like looking back, seeing that little granddaughter grow up, seeing the animals come and go, seeing the animals and birds do their thing. But here on the Falconry channel, if it was just for me, it would be pretty pointless indeed. So thanks a lot. So I thought we'd have a catch up really this week, just tell you what's going on, a couple of little secrets, but tell you the sort of thing that's going on in the Falconry Centre and my own personal falconry. See you in a minute. So some news from around the world. Tim from Zimbabwe, he sent me a little video, just a little clip of him training his Wahlberg's eagle. He's actually got this bird being trained now and he's desperately going to try and hunt with this bird. I don't think anyone in the UK has ever hunted with a Wahlberg's eagle. Tell me if I'm wrong. That's his plan. He's got it on the lure machine. It's chasing stuff. Something very interesting. A lovely small compact species of eagle for sure. What else? Oh, John from Tasmania, the raptor rehabber. Shut up, Henry. He's been out surveying wedge-tailed eagles again. Get on his Facebook page if you can. Ping him a little bit of a donation, for goodness sakes. This guy is doing some really good work. He's been around a bit. He's been around the world a bit. He knows his stuff. And he's working with these magnificent raptors out in Australia. But he's soon to be going off to the Arab world to actually learn from what are really some of the best avian vets in the world. Those guys pay for the best. They get the best. John's going out there to learn some stuff that's going to help with his care of the birds he's rehabbing. So for sure, interesting guy. Keep an eye on his Facebook page and he'll update you as he goes along with stuff he's learning and his travels around the world. But of course, for me, some wonderful footage of some species of birds that we just don't really ever get to see here in the UK. Now, one of the videos on the channel is the running line tethering system for birds of prey. It's how I keep Zeus the golden eagle. And it's meant we start the falconry season, yeah, with an eagle that's like 75-80% fit already. Whereas when he's been kept in aviaries or tethered, his fitness levels have been appalling at the beginning of the season. And a lot of fitness work's needed. So there he is, sitting in the shade. Got to make sure these birds have got the options for all sorts. But there's the running line. But let me show you the other end. Because I said on the video, I advise you never to keep a bird this way. There's so many opportunities for error, and that means your bird's going to come unstuck. But something's happened. I test this line every week by really pulling it and yanking on it to make sure it's secure. It's been there maybe 4 years now. And what happened this week, Emily said, Dave, Zeus has escaped. He hasn't escaped, he's on my glove, but he could have done, because down here, just here, hold on guys, just here, where the bird's gone around there, baited, and the ring has pulled the line that way multiple times, it created a weak point here, and the stainless steel cable inside this coating eventually fatigued and snapped off clean here as the bird flew in the other direction. And of course that could have been a bird free with its tethering ring and a leash attached, a bird that's guaranteed to be hung up in a tree, who knows where, at fat weight. That's not just a problem for this tethering line system. When I say to you don't use this system, it's for other reasons. I've actually had a goshawk at high weight, at fat weight, come off of a high ring perch because the guy that welded up the ring didn't do a very good job, and the actual piece of weld dropped out of the ring, so you've got a gap just enough for the leash to pull through. walked up to the bird, it baited in my garden, and suddenly it went from the length of its leash to another 6 foot under the hedge in the corner of my garden. Just by pure luck, it kind of cornered itself, and I managed to dive on and grab the leash. Tethering, hunting birds of prey. If you could tether or only free loft, hunting birds of prey, both done to the best, I'd have to pick tethering if I only had a choice, because I can keep all kinds of species tethered that are hunting birds in immaculate condition, really chilled out, micromanaged. Here at the Falconry Centre, nearly all of our birds are free lofted. They're not falconry birds, most of them, they're not hunting birds, and that is different from display birds, how they behave. But I'm forever modifying and changing, trying to keep feather tips in good condition, so on and so forth, tails and trains in good condition. Birds of prey have been tethered for thousands of years because it's the best way to keep them in perfect fettle, mentally satisfied and physically immaculate. Times are changing, but if I had to choose only one or the other for my hunting birds, it would definitely be tethering. But for sure, one problem is, if the system fails, your bird's in big trouble for sure. So the Falconry Centre itself is looking glorious. We've just had summer, it's just turned up. We didn't have spring, we just had winter and then summer, but everything's looking glorious. As I walk along here, you might notice my phone is fading in and out. It's trying to focus and it can't. So a new phone on the cards for the channel, guys, because I need a new camera. If you get the chance to come and see us, holdenby.com, definitely come and see us, for goodness sakes. Make sure you say hello. In other news, if you've been following the channel, a couple of things you might have noticed. One, we're discussing at the end of the summer season, at the start of the falconry season, having here at Holdenby, Icarus Falconry, a weekend for falconers, a gathering of falconers, so we can all just get together. We'll fly birds, we'll get people in to do talks and flying all day long, both days, so we can just all come together, because it's hard to get people out nowadays. We all want to be on Facebook, YouTube. It's hard to get anyone of any kind of club together. It'd be great to have an end of September meeting where you just come down. Do you know what? You just pay the normal entry fee to get into the gardens. It's less than a tenner, I think. We just have a gathering of like-minded people where there's entertainment in the way of falconry displays and talks all day long. I wanted it to be bigger. I just can't get it past the house to put some effort into really organising it as a massive event full of trade stands and so on and so forth. But comment below if I can sort something out where very cheaply we can just come and be here at Icarus Falconry. You can be on the flying lawns of the house and we can have a weekend where we just yak about falconry, we have fun about falconry and so on and so forth. If you're still interested in that, comment below for sure. In other news, you also might have noticed I mentioned I've got a bird coming this year, hopefully, fingers crossed. A species of bird, no, a subspecies of bird maybe, that I've never flown. A species I have flown, but a subspecies I've never flown. It's on order. I only want if it's a female. The first egg has been laid. Fingers crossed. One of those eggs in this clutch, not only do they all hatch, one of them's a female. I'm first on the list for a female. I'll keep you posted, but not until time gets nearer. Comment below, guys. What are you flying this year? Are you flying anything different? Or are you flying, like me and Zeus, 11 years old, a bird that you know has just got better and better with age, and you're really happy to just stay flying with the bird you've got, which is really the perfect answer, isn't it? So all different things here free lofted, anything from a spotted eagle owl to Ger hybrid. Molly there. Some of these birds just thrive being free lofted, they really do. It's just difficult to make it work for every bird, and as I've said, lovely lugger falcon, as I've said, it's making it work for your hunting birds, which, I don't know, there's a difference. You think about our birds here for education and display. Our birds here, their job, of course, is actually to fly quite briefly in a day, relatively. They do their flying, they get fed, they're chilled out. The hunting bird could be flying on and off all day long. Still behaving like an imprinted baby, little blighter. So yeah, it does make a difference, but certainly you can free loft these birds. You can make their houses or their enclosures look very, very nice and work very, very well indeed. And certainly something I've been trialing is this softer bounce mesh. Works a treat. My falconry mates from last season, what are they up to? Well, Mike's busy breeding some rather rare and unusual and big falcons, mostly to go out of the country, of course, as well as his Bonelli's eagles. Tom has moved into his first house. Goodness me, he's on the property ladder. How did he do that? With his girlfriend. He's busy doing, DIY. Kyle and Carly, they're just busy doing stuff. Kyle's busy, what is he doing? Oh, he's just had his air rifle serviced, so hopefully he's going to start filling the freezer again soon. But they're both actually rearing a little litter of puppies. Have a look at these guys. If you want some good looking lurchers and you want to see photos of a previous litter from this pairing, I know where there are some. What else? Oh, Tom Carnahan. He's not been well. I don't know if it's because a lot of the people I've sort of learnt falconry from over the years and been out with, and I know, even older than me, but there's an epidemic of falconers having a few problems lately. We've always mentioned on here Ben Woodruff lately. I'm so glad he's on the mend. But yeah, there's a lot of people quite ill, not doing well. Maybe just because they're old, but I don't know. Is Ben Woodruff old? Not really. It's the other guys. Some of those guys, they're really, 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 really old. You know who I'm talking about, you guys.